Prime Minister's statement has seen the Trinamool Congress and the Janata Dal United of Nitish Kumar attacking the government, saying they were shielding in a way or using the Enforcement Directorate to target the opposition. Abhishek himself today was grilled for more than 7 hours. The TMC even started a social media campaign calling the CBI and ED puppets of the BJP. With Prime Minister claiming that the opposition is uniting to save the corrupt, the battle lines are being drawn. Take a look.
The Trinamool Congress is once again on the radar of central agencies. The Enforcement Directorate on Friday questioned TMC MP and Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's nephew Abhishek Banerjee for 7 hours in the alleged coal smuggling scam. Pushed on the back foot, the TMC rallied behind its MP, launching a blistering attack calling central agencies puppets of the BJP.
আপনি পলিটিক্যালি লড়ুন আমার সাথে, আপনি নির্বাচনে লড়ুন, মানুষের দরবারে মানুষের আদালতে আপনার সাথে আমার লড়াই হবে। চোরকে চোর বলে তো কি বলবো, এটি গরু পাচার হয় ভোটারের দেখতে কে? এই টাকা তো সরাসরি অমিত শাহর কাছে গেছে, পাচার হচ্ছে। বিএসএফ এর লোকেরা কি করছে, কেন্দ্রীয় সরকার কি করছে, স্বরাষ্ট্রমন্ত্রী কি করছে?
The TMC counter-strike comes a day after Prime Minister Narendra Modi reminded the country of corruption charges against opposition leaders. Prime Minister Modi urged the people not to fall for new alliances, which he claimed were being forged to save the corrupt.
हम ये भी देख रहे हैं कि जैसे जैसे भ्रष्टाचारियों पर एक्शन हो रहा है, तो देश की राजनीति में नया पोलराइजेशन भी शुरू हो गया है। भ्रष्टाचार और भ्रष्टाचारियों को बचाने के लिए कुछ राजनीतिक दल खुल करके सामने आ गए हैं, संगठित होने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
Prime Minister Modi's statement was an obvious dig at renewed attempts for opposition unity triggered by Nitish Kumar's exit from the NDA.
लगभग 1000 से ऊपर बीजेपी के विधायक हैं, 300 से भी ज्यादा सांसद हैं। किसी एक के घर भी छापा पड़ा? मतलब बीजेपी के जो लोग हैं वो दूध के धुले हैं क्या?
While central agencies continue their action against opposition leaders, the big question is, are these probes a crusade against corruption or politics of vendetta? Bureau Report, India Today.
So have the central agencies now moved from being a parrot to a puppet, as the opposition claims? Or is this now part of an anti-corruption crackdown of the government? Is Prime Minister Modi making 2024 now his government versus a coalition of the corrupt, as he calls it? Is the BJP though a washing machine for those who switch over? Can opposition leaders really escape these serious corruption charges? So some of the questions I'll raise. Dr. Shashi Panja is West Bengal Minister of the Trinamool Congress. Syed Zafar Islam is the BJP spokesperson, former Rajya Sabha MP, and Meeta Chakrabarti is the Congress's spokesperson. Appreciate your joining us at this moment. Let's turn to you, Dr. Shashi Panja, because it's your leader, Abhishek Banerjee, grilled for 7 hours. Now attacking the government, claiming the government is involved in cow smuggling. First, he must answer the charges made against him on serious coal smuggling that's taken place. Already people close to him have been arrested in the case. Why is Abhishek Banerjee not answering the specific charges on coal smuggling before he blames the ED and CBI of being puppets of the centre?
Rajdeep, it is just not 7 hours today. Over the past 2 years, if you take into account, it's almost 60 hours. So it's 60 plus 7 hours. So thrice he has been called, twice in Delhi, once today. Thrice his wife has been called, and there has been no shred, absolutely no shred. After so much of questioning, there has been no shred of evidence that they could collect. So this is the harassment that we are talking about. On the contrary, what we see is that the BJP, the ruling dispensation, is in a happy cooperative federalism kind of a relationship with the investigating agencies. We just don't go beyond the non-BJP states. They are very much within the BJP states, the non-BJP states itself. Now, having said that, Abhishek Banerjee, today, this allegation is extremely serious and extremely true. Well, we have been accused of cow smuggling, coal smuggling, cow issue and everything. Now, these lean and sick cows, what we are trying to say, are being sent to the border. So they are coming from Uttar Pradesh and various other states in northern and eastern India from the west of West Bengal, and they are entering West Bengal to approach the border because we share an international border. So who is pushing these cows into West Bengal? That's all we ask.
No, but it's a bit incredulous to say, but let's be fair. It's a bit incredulous to say that Amit Shah, the Home Minister, is now encouraging cows to be smuggled across the border. Come on. I mean, when you make allegations...
Yeah, we have said it, Rajdeep. I may complete. You see, the Border Security Force is under the Ministry of Home Affairs. That's all we are saying. That why are you not guarding the borders properly? Why are the cows being smuggled out? I mean, they are the ones who are guarding.
You are being accused of diverting from the core issue of coal scam, ma'am. You are being accused of diverting from the core issue.
Not at all. Not at all. There has been coal scam even in Gujarat. There are 60 lakh tons of coal which are missing in Gujarat. There's a 6,000 crore scam. Let all these scams be unveiled.
Okay,
Let the CBI and ED go elsewhere too. They can be here and they can go elsewhere too. How come everybody's so insulated from the CBI and ED and only Trinamool Congress? About 36 leaders have been targeted. Prove it.
The fact is, they are saying this is the point which is being made, Syed Zafar Islam, that, these are all investigations that are dragging on for years on end. And every now and then, the CBI carries out or the ED carries out high-profile raids or interrogation. At the end of the day, the conviction rate remains abysmally low. In some instances, there are no arrests being made, but the sword hangs over many opposition leaders like Abhishek Banerjee. It almost seems as if you are encircling the opposition, but you need to have convictions in place. Otherwise, it's the process is the punishment. Keep raiding them, keep investigating, keep the pot boiling. That's what you're doing, is the charge being made by the opposition.
Rajdeep, given a chance, and please hear me carefully, given a chance, we will put every corrupt person behind the bar. But that is something, it's not in our hand, it's the government's hand. That is the independent agencies. All these agencies are independent. They are discharging their responsibilities based on certain evidence, information, leads they have.
Independent of whom?
They are performing duties.
You want this country to seriously believe that the Enforcement Directorate and CBI are independent?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Independent of any interference from any quarter, including the government.
So then why is it that a series of leaders that I put out of BJP, why are you soft on, sir, if the central agencies are independent, then why is it that they seem to operate only in the opposition ruled states? Why is it that when Maharashtra leaders who were under the ED gaze, when they were Uddhav Thackeray's government, switch over to the BJP, the ED stops? Why is it that a Shubhendu Adhikari, when he's in the Trinamool Congress is being investigated, comes into the BJP, investigation stops? Questions will be raised.
Are you done with your question? Because you keep interrupting me. If you're done, then I will let you respond peacefully.
Please go ahead.
Without
okay, sir. Yeah. I concede I interrupted you.
So you posed me a question in terms of the conviction rate. Let me ask you another question. Pose you as counter question. What is the conviction rate in lower court? What is the conviction rate in high court and Supreme Court? Have you ever checked? And it is in our hand that we need to convict. Yes, if it is in our hand, then we will convict everyone. Those who are, we know that we have enough evidence, and we know they are corrupt. They need to be behind the bar, and we will convict them. But it is the judiciary, it is the law of the land which will take its own course. It is not us. It is not the government. It's not the government's duty. The government's duty is not to interfere in the working of the agencies, because they are independent. They need to discharge their responsibilities without interference from any quarter, including the government.
It is the government's duty to ensure that the Enforcement Directorate, sir, it is the government's duty to ensure that the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI operate both in BJP and non-ruled BJP states. At the moment, they only seem to focus on the non-BJP states. Are we saying that the BJP में सब दूध से धुले हुए हैं?
If you,
you're smiling when I say that. BJP में सब दूध से धुले हुए हैं.
No, नहीं, ईमानदारी से धुले हुए हैं. दूध से धुले हुए वो आ रहे हैं ना, उसको उनसे पूछिए. But let me pose another question to you. If you think, Mr. Or anybody else, if anyone thinks that yes, there is somebody who is corrupted within BJP, is someone stopping them? Approach the court. If you have evidence, Rajdeep, approach the court with all the evidence that yes, this person is corrupt. But fact that there is no scam in last 8 years. There is nobody who has accepted bribe, unlike in the past we have seen.
Nobody has accepted bribe. Karnataka's contractors told us on record that just a minute, man. Karnataka's contractors in a BJP-ruled government just told us over the last few months that there are 40% bribes that they are paying. I haven't heard the ED or the CBI go to Karnataka.
See, no, tomorrow somebody tells you that you have accepted bribe to promote someone. Will you accept it? There has to be some evidence. That's why I said you let agency work based on the standard they need to, or protocol they need to follow. And what is the protocol? That they need to have enough evidence before pursuing a particular case. Anybody can say anything, and politician will make some kind of allegation.
You're saying it's not enough to make allegations. Please provide evidence.
Is that there needs to be enough evidence
to Chakraborty in a moment, but before that, Shashi Panja, quickly respond to that. That it's all very well to say that the Home Ministry is allowing cattle smuggling to take place across Bengal. You're going to have to provide much harder evidence than that. These are generic statements. That there's a 60,000 crore scam involving cattle in Gujarat. Provide evidence, put it before the public domain. That's what the BJP did when they were in the opposition. They put out documents in the public domain.
Okay. So everything has to be done. It's on the onus of us to prove ourselves innocent, They are getting a bit carried away, I feel. There are no raids in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, you are buying MLAs. Goa Congress MLAs had to be shifted elsewhere. It is all out in the open. It's so naked. And you mentioned already Karnataka. We have Assam Chief Minister who was all right. He was chased when he was in Congress, but he was not chased. He was absolutely clean when he went over to Assam in the BJP. So how many evidences do you want? I mean, there's something on the public domain. It's not just allegations, actually true. They cannot deny it. They cannot deny it. You are buying MLAs.
The fact is, Shashi Panja,
three Jharkhand MLAs, Congress MLAs, were caught with money in Bengal. And Jharkhand Congress MLAs saying that Hemanta Biswa Sarma has called us to strike a deal and has given us, a praloban to that somebody will get ministerial jobs. Even AAP has been saying, Kejriwal has been saying, so we are all wrong. We have to come out with evidence, and BJP is absolutely all right, and there is, they don't even have to put up evidence, they can continue to accuse.
My only limited point is that Partha Chatterjee, for example, just a minute, sir, I'll come to you. Partha Chatterjee was caught with, in homes associated with him, crores of cash were caught, so he's literally been caught with the cash. That hasn't happened at the moment with the BJP leaders. At the moment, those are accusations. But Ms. Chakraborty, yesterday the Prime Minister said what's happening is a coalition of the corrupt. And I am cracking down on the corrupt using, and the moment the crackdown comes, the opposition is getting together. So AAP in Delhi, Trinamool Congress in Bengal, your senior leadership in Delhi is all being accused of coming together to save themselves. How do you respond?
Okay, good evening to all your viewers. Now, firstly, the BJP spokesperson said that ED and CBI are supposedly independent investigating agencies. Now, I have a very limited query to make. Earlier today, I think a statement was made by BJP State President in West Bengal, Shukanto Majumdar, that something major is going to happen after this ED round of investigation to Abhishek Banerjee. Now, my limited query is that Shukanto Majumdar does not represent ED. how come he is in a position where he can predict what the next possible steps of ED will be? That's really surprising. And even after that, BJP spokesperson is making tall claims as how ED and CBI are being used non-preferentially and they are being used against all corrupt political leaders. If that is the case, then what happens to a like of Shubhendu Adhikari, who was seen in camera accepting bribe, or the likes of Hemant Biswa Sharma? Remember, BJP had released a booklet accusing that he's the prime suspect. Whenever they cross over to BJP, there seems to be a magical washing machine. So Narayan Rane is no longer corrupt.
Ma'am,
There
you
is
are,
no
ma'am, you are part of the
investigation taking
party.
place
You are,
against.
ma'am, you are part of the party that was in power from 2004 to 14. Then the CBI was accused of being a cage parrot. Today you are accusing the BJP of using them as a puppet. You see, between puppet and parrot,
So,
people like us are asking, you know, maybe all you politicians need to catch each other. Maybe that's the only way we'll clean public life.
Mr. Sardesai, if you give me some uninterrupted time, sir.
Yes.
My limited point is that I would have accepted that BJP is on some kind of a crusade against corruption had they used the same yardstick, the same process, the same vigor against their own leaders who have major accusations of corruption against them. When they are not doing, more than 3,000 raids have been conducted in the past 8 years, and yet we see a dismal conviction rate of 0.5%. So what they're effectively doing is they're creating a media perception, a media hype, without actually booking the people, finding out who is culprit.
Okay.
They're using CBI and ED as tools for political negotiation, either to intimidate voices of opposition parties or to topple democratically elected governments. So they are just using this as tools of political negotiation in one side, or they're using this as tools of political intimidation, or they're using this just to create a media perception, a media trial, nothing more than that.
Okay, let me just, before you come in, Syed Zafar Islam, and I know you want to dive in on that, I want to play what Prime Minister Modi said. You know, Prime Minister Modi was Chief Minister of Gujarat, and when he was Chief Minister of Gujarat, the Prime Minister had attacked the CBI and questioned the CBI and its bona fides and claimed that the CBI was being used to target the BJP. I keep saying, in Indian politics, where you stand depends on where you sit. Just listen in and then I want you to respond.
षड्यंत्रों का लिए उनका सबसे बड़ा औजार है सीबीआई। ये कांग्रेस ब्यूरो ऑफ इन्वेस्टिगेशन है। हमें सीबीआई का डर मत दिखाओ। गुजरात के अधिकारियों को, गुजरात के नेताओं को, गुजरात के मंत्रियों को सीबीआई आने वाले दिनों में फंसा देगी, ऐसे आज खबर मैंने पढ़ी। और ये सीबीआई का राजनीतिकरण, ये सीबीआई का दुरुपयोग, निर्दोष लोगों को परेशान करने के लिए सीबीआई का अनाप-शनाप कारनामे जो चलाए जा रहे हैं, और कभी न कभी तो आपको हिंदुस्तान की जनता को जवाब देना पड़ेगा।
कभी ना कभी आपको जवाब देना पड़ेगा। नेले पे देला. Look at how times have changed, Syed Zafar Islam. What the Prime Minister said when he was Chief Minister in Gujarat could well be said by any of the opposition leaders today. Now it will be called BJP Bureau of Investigation.
The differentiating factors, Rajdeep, that the Honorable Supreme Court at that point in time had made certain observation about the conduct of CBI. Hope you can recollect it.
Yes.
Cage parrot. Have somebody made this kind of remarks, or has the Honorable Court, Supreme Court or High Court has made such kind of remarks about the conduct of CBI now under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister? Because the government is distancing itself, arm's length distance between the agencies and the government functioning. They are having certain responsibility. They need to discharge their responsibility efficiently without interference from the government or any other sources. Having said that, let me tell you that these people who are making this kind of a statement about certain people who have joined BJP, had they been honest, they would have fired him if they felt that they were corrupt. They never took action against them just because they have joined BJP. Now they are saying they were corrupt because they have joined BJP. and it's all
no, 1 minute,
in
1
BJP,
minute,
they are
Zafar bhai,
comfortable.
Zafar bhai,
That is
Zafar
not the
bhai,
fact. Fact that
Zafar bhai, Zafar bhai, let me give you a classic example.
let me just
Zafar bhai,
complete.
no, 1 minute.
There is an
No,
error.
1 minute, ma'am, Sashi Panja. One classic example is Narayan Rane from Maharashtra. It is your own leader, Kirit Somaya, who came out with documents claiming that Narayan Rane was involved in Benami transactions and money laundering, demanded an inquiry. This was when Narayan Rane was in the Congress. The moment he has switched to the BJP, no one has heard of these inquiries. Kripa Shankar Singh, another person, when he was booked for corruption, he was in the Congress, he comes to the BJP, the case has now got delayed. So questions will be raised. I mean, come on, the public, ये public है, ये सब जानती है, अंदर क्या है, बाहर क्या है, सब कुछ पहचानती है, Zafar Islam bhai.
No. No, what is the charge sheet against them? Is there any charge sheet against them? See, the fact that if, as I said, if the agencies have certain leads, they will come to you. No, that's what I'm saying, that if agencies have certain leads, it is their responsibility. It is onus on them to visit and interrogate somebody to find more information if they feel that there is a merit in the lead.
Okay.
If there is no information they are able to find out, or evidence they are able to find out, obviously this will
Okay, so
they will not pursue.
No,
there are certain cases they have not pursued, even on the opposition case.
Okay, one by one, Zafar, you made your point.
But let me tell you.
Yes.
But
this is where the question arises.
No, 1 minute, Zafar Islam, 1 minute.
As far as Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned.
Yes, go ahead, finish off. As far as Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, what is your statement, Zafar Islam?
No, as far as Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, all I can tell you that this party is known to everyone that we are having zero tolerance on corruption. We will not tolerate corruption,
Okay.
no matter who.
That's a very strong statement to make in a TV. Okay, sir, you made your statement.
That's a basic statement to make.
Meeta Chakravarti, you want to respond, and then Shashi Panja. Yes, Meeta.
Yes, so when
Zafar Islam says no institution, 1 minute. Zafar Islam says no institution has damned the ED as yet, like the CBI was damned when the UPA was in power.
Right. So my limited query is that when Hemant Biswa Sharma was in Congress, it was BJP who had actually released a booklet making him the prime accused in the water supply scam. It is known that there was an American construction management company that was involved in that alleged scam.
Why don't you all go to the court?
There was a charge
Why
sheet
don't
that has been filed
Meeta Chakraborty,
in the
why
US
doesn't
Department of
why don't
Justice.
you go to the court, file a public interest litigation saying that the BJP leaders are being protected, that the Enforcement Directorate is being misused, whether it's for Sonia Gandhi, who's being you claim is being targeted, or Hemanta Biswa Sharma who's being let off.
Of
Please
course.
go.
So in a case like National Herald case, where in any money laundering case, money needs to move from point A to point B. In National Herald case, we see that there has been no transfer of assets, no dividend paid out, no salary paid out in a non-profit organization.
Why don't you all go to the appropriate agency and claim that the agency... No.
Days after days.
Okay.
So there is a very clear indication. It's absolutely clear and evident that CBI and ED are being used as tools for political vendetta or political intimidation.
Okay,
And also to create this entire media hype that BJP is on this crusade against corruption, while their own leaders are not being charged, not being interrogated, not being investigated. So I would really like to know what is happening against Shubhendu Adhikari or Narayan Rane, for example, or Hemant Biswa Sharma, for example.
Just a minute, Zafar. The fact is, Shashi Panja, the open dare from the BJP keeps coming that if you feel that Shubhendu Adhikari is being let off, go to the appropriate court and say that in this entire investigation, different stands are being adopted, whether it's Narda or Sarda. Go to the court. At the end of the day, there are courts in this country. We are still a country where courts are there. If you are innocent, if Abhishek Banerjee has nothing to hide, he should not be worried about the courts. That's the ultimate space, not a TV studio, not a political party. The courts will decide, not the ED, not the CBI, not me. Go to the court, prove yourself clean.
Okay, then BJP can stop giving moral lessons then? Then why are they giving moral lessons to everybody when they can upload a video of Shubhendu Adhikari when he was in TMC of a sting operation And the moment he goes over to their party, the BJP website, they remove that, video from their website itself. So they should not be done talking about taking moral lessons. You just mentioned, Zafar Iqbal Sahib, you were just mentioning, you were giving lots of moral lessons about zero tolerance. And this is what you had done. You uploaded when he was in TMC, and you took it off your website when he came over to BJP. And you are telling us to go to courts. So are you morally correct?
Okay.
I mean, are you morally...
Let me ask one last time, Zafar. Okay, ma'am, you made your point. You made your point, Zafar Islam. One last time I must ask you. Are you seriously telling me that if someone switches from the opposition to the BJP, the investigating agencies carry out their investigations with complete independence? Can you swear on your heart today and say that that is happening? Honest answer. You are a decent, honest man. Your smile is revealing a lot. आपके मुंह में थोड़ी मुस्कान है.
No, let me respond to that. Mukul Rai had switched sides from TMC to Bharatiya Janata Party, yet he has been summoned by the CBI.
Once.
Didn't he?
Only once.
Secondly, what is more important? That, let me respond. See, we do not pronounce judgment. It is not party, Bharatiya Janata Party, which pronounce the judgment. It is the court of law.
Please explain what
everything has to be proven in the court of law. As a political party, if we have some leads and evidence or something which we can tom about it, we will do it as a political party. That's again, it's our responsibility to highlight in the eyes of the public of this great country. It is the court which will decide.
Okay.
So at the end of the day,
it will be the courts who will decide, but
not from the Bharatiya Janata Party or the government.
So the courts will decide, but the agencies have to provide a case. You are saying today that 40% bribes being paid by contractors in Karnataka is an absolute lie. I suggest that you, after this show is over, please ring up the concerned officials, ask them to go to Karnataka for a few days. Trust me, you will find umpteen examples of rampant corruption there. Everyone in Karnataka knows it's the worst kept secret
again,
at the moment.
Rajiv,
Sir, the point is...
Again, Rajiv.
Yes.
Rajiv, again you are... again you are asking me to interfere. We do not interfere.
Okay.
Why will I call? We do not interfere. It is their responsibility.
No, ma'am, that's it. Time up. Time up to all. We will go on endlessly. This must be the umpteenth debate that I've had on this. And unfortunately, it carries on from one day to another. Nothing seems to change. The people of this country want all the guilty, corrupt politicians to be put in jail. That's what we want to see, not selective investigations, because that then reduces faith in the rule of law. Thank you all very much for joining me. Is this a coalition of the corrupt? You decide.